Ooh, let me drive the bus. Yo, wagwan is that good? It's not locked. It's not nation. Today we're doing another Dreadlock review. I figured today we would react to Super Bowl 2020 Dreadlocks. Now, Super Bowl is coming up on Sunday, February the 2nd. I know a lot of you guys are fans of the foosball. I, for one, won't be watching the Super Bowl, but I am seeing it on the news all over the place for the upcoming weeks, and I'm realizing there's a lot of dreads in the NFL. So today, I really want to just talk about and explore and discover who has dreads that's entering the NFL Super Bowl this year in 2020. I know it's Sanfransico 49ers versus Kansas City. And I'm just going to go ahead and react and see kind of what we can find. So make sure you stay tuned, stay subscribed. This is not nation. So big ups today. We're looking at, ooh, my assault lamp's not up there. We're looking at Sanfransico 49ers and the Kansas City something or another. But let's see here. Super Bowl 2020. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Sanfransico 49ers. It's the 54th Super Bowl and the 50th modern era National Football League championship game. Boom. So looking at the 49ers, let's see what we can come up with here in terms of dreads and where people are at. So 2019 team captains, Richard Sherman coming up first here. Richard Sherman, firstly, African-American football quarterback for the 49ers. Born 1988, age 31, from Compton, California. Richard Sherman's dreads first up to bat here on the nation. Dude's hair is looking like they've been interlocked over the years. This is not lock 1.0. Very lengthy, very plentiful dreads. The top looking like it's a little loose, like it's a little balding a little bit. But I do like his headband he's wearing here. That's pretty dope. He is a fan of the infamous two-strand twist look with his dreads, as we can see. And it's pretty interesting to see that his hair is so long and he's able to play football. He's able to play football in these conditions. I always found that wearing a helmet of any sort with super long dreads is really hard to come across really big helmets. As you can see here, his dreads do fit under his helmet. And I would often think that it's kind of a discrepancy to be having dreads like this in the NFL. Because what if somebody pulls them or yanks on them when you're in the middle of a scrimmage or something and all of a sudden your dread is out? I can see that it could be an issue, but his dread's looking dope. I really like the way Sherman's locks are looking here, and you can even see how he rocks them in the business attire. He's got that braid out going on, crinkly on the bottom, and on the top they're all braided up. So really cool dreads Richard Sherman has going on here. I'm gonna pull up Bing for a second because Bing is my best friend. So moving back to the team here, we also have next up on the 49ers, I can see with dreads, Sheldon Day. Let's see what Sheldon Day is looking like. He's age 25 from Indianapolis, and his locks here actually looking a lot like Sherman's. Two-strand twisted up, interlocked as well. You can see the sections on his scalp actually, showing us that he is getting them shits maintained. I like this look a little bit better. Shows some new growth coming in. Shows that, doesn't have to always be maintained right to the roots. His dreads looking pretty thick. He's got a lot of them, and he's got some sun dye happening where the tips are a little bit lighter than the rest of his dreads. This look being very popular. Once again, the two-strand twist, probably the most popular braid up look with dreads these days. And I would guess that his hair is at least 5 years in length here. And I think people do this look to kind of have that thicker appearance for their dreads. So I just feel thick locks being more popular these days, and you can see that his roots here aren't maintained at this point, but he's definitely got over 100 dreads on his head as well. Crazy. What's up with this camera guy here? Next up on the 49ers with locks that I can see here is Richie James Jr., age 24, from Sarasota, Florida. Dude's got those wicks coming into play, and he's got the high top dreads going on here. High top, they're not dreads at this point, but I do feel like he does have some pretty cool locks. Is this for real? Whoa, he went with the XXX Tentacion look with the freeform dreads. And dude's from Florida, so you definitely know he's rocking the freeform locks. It looks like the sides are shorter than the top here because he came from the high top. I get it. But these dreads looking cool. Way better than Sherman's or Richie James, to be honest. I am a fan of these freeform locks. You can always count on the Florida mans to hold them down with the unique looking dreads. And here he's got a little bit of green going on with his bleach. High top freeform going on over here on Richie James. I guess this is Richie James. Oh. Here's a photo of his high top before they started to drop down. Very cool look here. Here's another look with his green and yellow tinged dreads here, and it's about it. So I mean, I like the Florida boys dreads going on here. And he's doing a backflip. He's cool in my books if he can backflip like that. Jeez. Coming up here, who's next on the team, on the squad that's got locks? On the reserve list, Ronald Blair III. His dreads looking more on the thinner sides, and I can't really tell if these are like free forms. He's got some braid up going on here, the fishbone braids. But I can't really tell. I think most likely he would have some interlocks or some twists going on here, but I can't really see too much on his locks there. How about this dude, Jerick McKinnon? We can see here he's got the dreads braided up. He's got that Gunther the Great lineup going on at the front with the taper. Here he's got the two-strand twist once again, oddly enough. And you can see this little Y gap here on his dread there. So he's getting these interlocked. Clean braid up there. And his dreads are definitely just a few years old at this point. Still pretty new. Skull cap, the dreads on the back. Looks like he's got a little bit of bleach going on down there. And here's another picture with the skull cap on, with the dreads hanging out on the back. Sean Poindexter doesn't have dreads, but this dude looks like he could have some amazing freeform locks if he just lets his hair do it. They're pushed back. This hair is actually like pretty similar to what my hair looks like when it's not in dreads. So you don't know he could freeform these quite well. And here's his hair at the some beginning stages of the locks. But yeah, those are not much happening there, to be honest. And lastly, we got Jason what? I swear that was Lil Wayne for a second. This guy looks like Lil Wayne. Dreads and everything look identical, and these locks remind me of my first set of dreads, which were interlocked, and I had over 120 dreads on my head. Very lengthy, just like these. They do get heavy at this point. They do get pretty heavy at this point, I must admit. But his dreads look good. They're sick looking. Again, very lengthy underneath the helmet. I wonder if it's a precaution of any sorts while he's playing. These don't really look interlocked though. There's not much scarring on there that I can see. Wicked hat here. I love these types of hats with dreads. Definitely my favorite type of hats these days. This little Wayne photo again. It's a sick photo. And here he's got a towel on his head. I thought it was a hoodie, but it's not. Yeah, dreads hanging out the helmet. I mean, his dreads pretty plain Jane, to be honest. They're very just typical thinner type dreads that people are looking for. He's getting them sectioned and maintained down to the root. I really like these headbands that they're wearing in the NFL. I do have headbands like these available on my merch shop that are not Nation branded. Shipping out a few of those today to a few lucky customers. Yo, this photo looks pretty sick. He's got the fitted cap fitted, and at the same time he's got some big ass braids coming out the back of his head here, more like some actual dreadlock braids, dreadlocks if you want to call them. Here he's got the 2-strand twist going on. It seems like the whole team running that style for some reason. I wonder what their reason is for wearing their dreads like that a lot. And yeah, just pure commitment here on this dude's locks. So it's good to see NFL having more and more dreads these days, especially lengthy dreads. You don't really see dreads this long in any other sports for some reason, but football, it happens. Like basketball, you don't really see people with long dreads. They're always short. So I'm definitely feeling how the NFLers are able to commit their dreads to be long like this in the sporting game. Do we have any more guys here? Nope. Practice squad. One more guy here. Demetrius Flanagan Fowles. Lastly, on the squad here of the NFLers from the 49ers. His dreads looking a little bit more on the baby lock side, just outside of the ugly stage where they're starting to drop down. It's probably a few years in at this point. Not much length underneath the helmet, so obviously this is a more practical look for the NFL, because if he gets tackled, there's less chance of his dreads being ripped, pulled, snagged. What do you guys think about the skull caps with the dreads on? Pretty interesting look. Here's a shot of his locks just kind of free flowing out. Definitely look like some interlocks. Here's another photo with his dreads again, and then to no surprise, a 2-strand twist. The whole team rocking this look. And here's a photo of him with his dreads 2-strand twisted again, pulled back. And these are the baby dread stages, which here looks like they were kind of crocheted or twisted because they don't look interlocked at this point. So it's cool to see his growth on this journey. And lastly here, you can see the thinness of his locks here. Honestly, I don't know what to expect. Like, they look twisted at the root here a little bit, but the way that they've matured, there's no scarring or anything. And I think it's just his hair type being able to handle the twisting so well. So it's pretty dope to see, you know, so many guys on the so many guys on the San Francisco 49ers that have locks. Super impressed by that. So I'm gonna continue this video for you guys with the part 2 of the series coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna be focused on all the dudes on the Kansas City Chiefs that have dreads. Let me know in the comments down below whose dreads you like most on the 49ers, and then also let me know whose dreads are the best on the Kansas City Chiefs, and that way I have a little bit of a heads up before I do that video tomorrow. Like I mentioned before, those types of head wraps are available on my merch shop, links in the description down below. And I got some new merch on the way as well. Gonna get some new colors of the bandanas coming in soon. Swim caps selling off pretty fast. You gotta make sure you get a swim cap to protect your dreads from the water whenever you don't wanna get them wet. And I'm just here doing work. So now that I got my Not Nation video out of the way, I'm gonna go do some editing on a wedding video that I've been working on. And then I'm gonna come back and do some more vlog type stuff. But anyways, my pimple is healing pretty good, just in case any of you guys care. It is ugly as a mofo, but it is going down. Rule number 1 is when you have subclinical acne or subdermal acne, which is a pimple under the skin, don't pop it. You can't pop them. You gotta just put hot compresses on it until it like dissolves away. It's annoying, it takes a while, and it's ugly, but I don't care. I'm still here. People don't look at me any different anyways. It's not like I'm in high school anymore. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for watching this video as always. I bless your beautiful faces and God bless your beautiful dreads. I'll see you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's episode, part 2 of this. And then of course, yeah, peace out, one love, stay happy and natty, and I'll see you guys around. I'm gone. Adios. Adios. De nada.
The nation. Dreadlock